right, family. Here we are. My wife is pushing me, make a video at least once a week.
Yes.
She's nice. She's nice. With
She's
y'all.
the best.
She's mean to me.
I'm not mean
Nah,
to
she
him.
pushed me because she loves me and it's things we like to do,
Yeah.
and we get caught up on so many things that we let other things control us.
Yeah.
Right? And it's a good topic what we're going to talk about, right? As far as control and all that.
Yeah, I just think it's good to, of course, put videos out at least once a week, but I think we have some interesting conversations.
Correct.
Like during the week, we'll just be talking, and all of a sudden we're like, dang, this would have been a good video. Because you'll say something like really good that I'm like, people need to hear that. People need to know, that's a good word. I'll be like, that's a good word right there. That'll preach. But the topic that came up this weekend was jail, right? And things that you learned in jail. Of course, jail is, the people go to jail with the community's purpose behind that. I'm saying, the judges and the COs and everything. I'm not saying that they're always successful, but the goal is to rehabilitate people, right?
Correct.
And again, right, not always the case, but you shared some interesting stuff about things that you learned, during your time in jail, things that have helped you out here in the world, the way you referred to it, when you were in jail, the world. So,
So basically me and my son was having a conversation, and I've told you a million times before, he followed my footsteps when I did wrong, and I thank God that he's following my footsteps now, and he's doing his thing as well as I am,
yeah.
We've come a long way, and we have conversations, and my wife, you see, you go to jail, and it's supposed to be a punishment,
Mhm.
but at the same time, it's a learning experience,
Yeah.
right?
Mhm.
And then they're supposed to help you to be a better person.
Mhm.
And to be honest, it depends where you go, because sometimes you go someplace where instead of bettering yourself, you get rebellious, right?
Mhm.
But the main thing about this is how it changed you. Well, like we was talking, and I said, you go to jail, you ain't got no choice but to learn patience.
Mhm.
It's their house, not your house,
Mhm.
And sometimes you get impatient you're supposed to go to recreation at 8 o'clock. You only get an hour, and it's 10 after 8, and you're still in a cell.
Mhm.
You could scream to you blue in the face. You're gonna have to accept it. It's a thing. So when you go in there and you've been there for a while, and somebody comes in, and we're supposed to go, come on, man, calm down. They're gonna call you, stop acting like that, because they won't let you go.
Right.
It's things you learn, things you get adopted to.
So I think that's what was interesting to me about that is that in all our time together in our marriage is just sometimes when something doesn't happen fast enough for me, or we don't get a response quick enough, or we go somewhere and we have to wait, and I'm like, this is taking too long, and you're always just so calm, so patient. You're like, we're here, or you sent the information already. Now we just have to wait. We just have to wait. What are we gonna do? We just have to wait. They told you it was gonna happen in this time. It's gonna happen in this time. We're waiting somewhere, and you're like, we're here already. What What are you getting excited about? Why stop being so impatient? We're here. So So I do that comparison to, of course, in the 21 years that we've been together, I've seen you change so very much in terms of your temper and, so many other things that, you used to so defensive about certain things, and you've changed so much when it comes to that. But even when we first started, that it would be, I would tell you something. Oh, remember the flag story? I'm just remembering it now.
Oh my God.
Right. So when we lived in Pennsylvania, we bought this big Puerto Rican flag and put it in front of the house. It was hanging there. Proud Puerto Ricans, you know. And one morning I got up and the flag was gone and you were still sleeping. And I remember running up the stairs and going, the flag is gone. And you know, you were kind of like, okay, you know, the flag is gone. And I'm like, the flag is gone, you know. And you were like, what do you want me to do right now? The flag is gone. You didn't see who took it. It's not a matter of, you know, tracking it down. What do you want me to do? And I was like, I don't know, but something, have a better reaction, you know, like. So moments like that where I'm like, you know, you just, I don't know, in my mind, knowing you where you were at that stage, I thought you would flip out and, you know, and go crazy and that I would have to calm you down. Instead,
and it did happen, right?
Yeah.
Because she was so upset.
Yeah.
That I said, what you want me to do? And I
Yeah.
started getting dressed
Yeah.
to go out. And she said, what are you doing? I said, make up your mind. You tell me. So I learned, one thing I learned about that is, right, that stress is the number one killer.
Yeah.
We stress ourselves for a lot of stupidity in life
Right. Yeah.
that we can't fix.
Right.
No matter how much you stress,
Right.
it is what it is. It's
Right.
going to happen when it happens.
Right. That's the other thing then that I, you know, you were talking about too, is being able to adapt to change and different environments. Like when we, you know, I lived in New York my whole life. I was never leaving New York. I was never changing out of New York. New York was all I knew. Everybody I knew was in New York. There was no reason for me to leave and move anywhere else. You know, when we talked about moving to PA, and you were like, well, you know, whatever. Like, you were so casual about it. And again, you know, I was like, you just fine with getting up and moving? And you shared with me, you know, just about jail, you know, and I'll let you talk about it, you know.
The thing is, when you're in jail, listen to me. In the middle of the night, Victor Munez, pack your stuff up. You're leaving. Listen. When you're in the game and, you know, you've done things and all that, they sending you to a brand new jail. You know, not new as far as the facility, to a jail you ain't been to. You don't know if you got enemies there. You don't know nothing. You don't know where you're going to, what kind of jail it is. You don't know nothing. But listen to this. Why worry about it? You don't have a choice. Again, you know? And the thing is, you know, in doing that over and over again, as you'll know my story, and if whoever don't, buy my book. But the reality of it is right, it's on a constant, you know, pack your stuff, you're moving.
Yeah.
One day they packed me up, this was the best, I was in a max jail. I was in Clinton, Dannemora, everybody knows that's one of the worst jails upstate New York. Victor Munez, pack your stuff. And I said, wow, I'm getting out of here. They literally took me around the corner to Clinton, Dannemora. The only thing, I was in a Max A and they sent me to a Max B. And I get ready like, oh, I'm out of this place. You know? Get out. What's this? You know? But the thing is, you still, regardless if it was there, you don't know who you're going to bump into. And then you're going from a in a Max A and all that, is there a lot of drama? A lot, right? But sometimes they got the jail so much under control. If you're not in the same block to fight or do whatever, you're pretty good. You know what I'm saying? But then they send you to a jail that is a minimum or is a medium. There's more freedom. There's more freedom as you know going around, but at the same time there's more drama because you could bump into anybody in the hallways and things like that. The thing with that is, you know, when my wife said, "Oh, we're going to," okay, you know, we going, okay. Listen to me. one thing I learned from jail, right? Be who you are. Don't be a chump because they're gonna try you. Don't be a killer because there's one that feels he's a bigger killer than you. Live your life. You know? You can't be soft and you can't be hard. Just be you. Right?
That's true about the world.
Yeah, and like God says, right? Don't fear. You see? And that's a lot of things that I've learned there. A lot of things that I've also learned, and I mean, I learned this since I was a kid, since I was, you know, a baby. How to respect people, how to respect your elders, right? You don't have to like somebody to respect them. How about that? You know? With people that got problems with authority. What's your name? You know? And things like that, right? I've come a long way with that too. I have got stopped. My wife been with me. You know? You know why I stop you? Yes, sir. You know? I've always talked to them with respect. Some have let me go here. Get out of here. You know, watch yourself. And things like that. And I know that we're living in a time, I bring that up, and we're living in a time that that might not be the case. Right? I'm not taking nothing away from nothing. Right? But I'm just letting you know that you get further with respect than without it. You know? And again, like I said, I know what's happening today, and things are different.
Yeah.
You know? I've been blessed.
I know.
You know? That's what I could say. I've been, blessing is like, I got a shirt that I told my wife to get me for my birthday, that I asked God to bless me, and he gave me my wife. You know? And she's been a blessing to me. She really has. You know? She don't like for me to say things like that because she don't like to be put up on Front Street and, you know, for all that credit. Listen to me. I don't praise her. I praise God. I honor her, love her, and been the best of everything to me. Best friend, best wife. And it's one of them things, you know? And it goes a long way. It's got to do with credit, you know, with credit. It's got to do with respecting one another and everything else, right? Because if I didn't respect her, she probably wouldn't treat me the way she does, and vice versa. You know, so you learn a lot of things in jail that I hear people out here complaining, right? Sorry to say, because I don't like to be talking about the corona or nothing. Me staying in my house to protect myself is a piece of cake. Because I still get to go to Walmart, right? I still could go outside. I could go in the yard. I was in jail. I couldn't go nowhere until they tell me to go. And then only had an hour. And I did it for years. Now they tell me to do these things. You know? And I hear people saying, that's a lie. It don't, you know. Okay, I don't want to find out. Suppose it is the truth. And this is what's going to protect me. Okay, I'll stay home, man. I ain't got no problem. I got a great companion. You know? We stay here. There's a lot of things you learn in jail. Could jail be very dangerous? Yes, 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 yes. Right? So I say that to say, take the worst times of your life and learn from them to be better. And that sounds weird, right? I take the worst times of my life to be better. Yes. Me and my wife, we talk and, you know, we bring up subjects like, oh, this person or whatever, right? And she gets a little upset, you know? And she says, look at you again, right? You're calm. I say, I'm learning a lot from that person. So I won't be like them.
Yeah, you learn lessons from everything in life, you know?
And that's a reality,
from
you know?
all your experiences.
And
You should hopefully use them to be better, right? You learn
course.
good and bad from everyone, the to-dos and the not to-dos. yeah, but I thought it was really interesting to hear things that, you know, like your patience and everything, you learn that, you
And
know,
patience is
from
hard.
jail.
Believe
You know,
me.
adapting to change, you learn that, you know, from jail. So, like you said, I like what you said just now, you know, to kind of close it up, from every experience, good and bad, you know,
You
jail
learn.
is bad, but learn. Use everything as a learning experience.
And you will gain from it. You really would. You know? All that I could say is family, again, use whatever you have to use, your bad experience, everything to learn. Don't make the mistake other people made. You know, that's probably why we like to speak and give videos and the things that write, you know, on our page and things like that, right? Because if maybe saying this, somebody's going through it.
Mhm.
And I always, my favorite saying, if I talk to 100 people and I save one,
Mhm.
I've done my job, you know? So with that, I'm just gonna say, just, you know, be patient. And I know it's not easy.
Mhm.
It's not easy when you're dealing with negativity. But you could change a negative into a positive. God bless you guys. See you next week. I have to. God bless you guys. Real Talk with Victor. I hope that somebody that's hearing this got something out of it. You know? And God bless you guys. And don't forget, 1240 to 316, How I Changed My Legacy is on Amazon. God bless you guys. Bye.